got Amira Willighagen with me in the studio. Hello, Amira. How are you?
Hello, I'm good, thanks. And you?
I'm absolutely fine, thank you. Now, it's lovely to talk to you. I've heard so much about you, and of course, I've been playing your tracks on the radio for quite some time now. So it's an absolute pleasure to be able to talk to you. Now, I know that you've been singing from a very young age, haven't you? And you've got an incredible voice. Now, from as far back as you can remember, what inspired you to sing? Did your family sing?
Well, yes, some of my family did sing. Some of my uncles and aunts did sing, and my grandpa as well. But what really decided me to sing was just I was in the car, and me, my mother, and my grandma were on a holiday to England, and then I heard Nessun Dorma from
Oh.
Pavarotti, and it just hit me that I love that song more than any Katy Perry song that was a big hit that time. I was 7 years old when I heard Pavarotti for the first time, which I can remember. And then I just loved opera from that day on, and I started singing it, and I think it was just meant to be.
Oh, it's absolutely beautiful. And you do have a voice of an angel, I have to say.
Thank you.
Now, as you've grown and you've started singing, I mean, you were 7 years old, only 7 years old, when you decided that you would raise money for your foundation. Now, I think I pronounced it, I'm going to probably pronounce it wrong now. Is it Gelukskinders?
Almost, Gelukskinders.
Okay. And of course, that was an initiative that you came up with yourself, didn't you? You wanted to raise money from some of the money that you've earned to build playgrounds in Africa. Do you want to tell us a bit more about that, Amira?
Yes, well, I was born in the Netherlands, but my mother is originally from South Africa, so we visited her family a lot. And so from a very young age, I already knew how it looked in South Africa, and also how a lot of people are having a really hard time financially. And a lot of kids also, they don't even have a normal home. But what's also really hit me is that they didn't really have anything to play with. And I'm still a child, and I know how fun it is to just go outside and play and get dirty with your friends. It's just that's what your job is when you're a child, to just have fun and play, and not worry about financial stuff and all the bad things in the world. So I just wanted to give the kids in South Africa that feeling as well.
Yeah, and of course you've done extremely well. I mean, is it 10 playgrounds or 11?
Well, we sometimes make playgrounds at schools. So then there are like a small playground for the smaller kids and a big one for the bigger kids. But if you count all of the playgrounds separately, there are already 15 playgrounds.
Wow.
And I got a lot of donations from my fans for my 16th birthday. So with those donations, we're going to make a 16th playground.
Oh, how wonderful. That is absolutely so amazing. And of course, you're still very young and you're still thinking like that. It's just so gorgeous to know that, a young girl is thinking that way. And of course, it's just an amazing thing you do, to give all that money to build playgrounds for young children and older children as well. But that is absolutely amazing. So hats off to you. Oh my goodness, you're just an inspiration to a lot of people. You really are.
Yes, but I do want to thank my fans for donating all the money for my foundation, and all the fans that supported my foundation for many years, because the foundation wouldn't exist without all my supporting fans.
Oh, that's lovely. And I know you have a lot, because when I play your music on my show, I have lots and lots of people listening, and they're all messaging me like crazy. and they just absolutely love it. And I have to say, I've listened to your albums, and they're absolutely incredible. And your voice is just amazing. And of course, you're still only a young 16-year-old, and you have, a lot of maturing to do in your voice, and everyone knows that when your voice matures, it gets better. And it's very hard to believe how you can better this. It's just absolutely incredible.
Thank you.
So, absolutely gorgeous, I have to say. Now, let's take you back slightly further now from when you won Holland's Got Talent in 2013. What was that like, Amira?
Well, it was really unreal because when I was very young, I just thought I want to be on TV, and the cameras. Every little girl thinks about, cameras and big audiences, and that was just really exciting for me. So when I auditioned, it was just like, wow, cameras, and I didn't think about, what the effect would be. And when I started singing, everyone was cheering. I was like, okay, so I don't sing that bad. That's good to know. And when I won, it was just so unreal because I really didn't expect to win at all. I just wanted to do it for fun, and it was exciting in the cameras. But yeah, I didn't realize what would happen next.
Yes. And how has your life changed since then?
Well, it has changed a lot. I have a career now, performances, interviews, and it's really lovely to be able to make people happy with music, because music is a very special thing. I'm just so grateful that I got the talent from God to make people happy on this earth that isn't always that beautiful. But there are also some things that go with it that aren't always that pleasant. Managers and all the business stuff that's their show business isn't easy.
No.
Some people say there are more sharks in the showbiz industry than in the sea. But apart from that, it's really lovely. And my mom really made sure that I can still be a child. So my mother watches these Netflix series with me and makes sure I'm still happy and having fun.
Yeah, that's really important because mums and dads, they just want to protect their children. And when you go out into the big wide world singing, it's true. There are a lot of people out there that are just out for what they can get, really.
Yes.
But not everybody's like that, Amira. You can't just sort of look at the negative things. But you're doing extremely well, and you've got so many supporters, and I just think it's absolutely amazing. Now, in terms of your concerts, how many concerts are you doing each week?
Well, before the pandemic, when performances were still allowed, it's usually an average is like once a month. But sometimes with Christmas, it's very busy, a lot of performances, then it's a bit more. But I'm still going to school, like a normal child. So that means it's not possible to really do more than once a month performance.
Yeah.
But that is more than enough for me and my family.
Yes, absolutely. Because you do still, like you say, you still have to have your childhood. You still have to ensure you're doing the lovely things with your friends as well.
Yes.
You're such an inspiration to a lot of people, because you have such a following, don't you?
Yes, I'm really very grateful for everyone that is supporting me. A lot of fans that have been fans for years and supporting me and my music. So that's really good to have. Yes.
How was it for you when people started to follow you, and there was there's just literally thousands, isn't there, of people following you? What was that like for you to know that all those people out there are listening to your beautiful voice?
Well, it's a really good feeling, because it's really I'm very thankful that I can have an influence on people and make their day maybe a little bit better. It's really lovely, and it's just amazing. It's still sometimes unthinkable that people really do love my music that much, and I'm just so thankful for the talent that I've been given.
So, do you have any plans to write your original stuff, or do you have people writing for you?
Yes, I did think sometimes about maybe writing something on my own. But there are so many beautiful songs in the world. I'm still busy singing all the beautiful songs, and um, yes, I'm still studying music a lot. You know, all the notes and all the difficult stuff
Yeah.
that is not as easy as some people might think. So theoretically, I'm still learning. So I
Yeah.
think when the time is right, then maybe I will. Yes.
Fantastic. Now, you do have, how many albums have you got already?
3.
You've got 3 albums. Have you got any plans for another album then, Amira?
Well, albums are really nice because that is something that will always be there. You know, it will never go away. But you know, the CD industry isn't that good anymore. But maybe you never know. But there are a lot of ways. Like there are also streaming concerts and a lot of things. You know, YouTube and the internet is an amazing thing nowadays. So there are a lot of options. But maybe.
Yeah, brilliant. Well, I'm sure people will continue to listen to your music. And of course, you have a website, don't you? Do you want to give the details out, Amira?
Yes.
Do you want to tell the audience your website, what the name is?
Oh, yes. The website of my foundation.
Yes.
I think it's www.gelukskinders.org.
Okay, that's right. So that is absolutely incredible, and it would be lovely to to hear some more music. If you ever decide to release another CD, please let me promote it, because it would be wonderful to be able to promote your music on the show.
Thank you. That would be great.
Thank you. Well, thank you so much, Amira, for talking to me. It's been an absolute pleasure. And of course, if anybody wants to donate to your foundation, what can they do?
Well, they can visit the website www.gelukskinders.org, and they can make a donation. Or there's also a very nice web shop in my foundation that sells a lot of nice stuff. So you should definitely take a look.
Absolutely. So I'll encourage people to do that, and I'll share the web page on social media when the show goes live. But it's been an absolute pleasure, Amira. Thank you so much for talking to me.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Bye-bye.